Alright, what's up YouTube? Welcome to the shack. Today, I'm going to be copying a YouTube channel I like watching, Musty One. He does, he just works on stuff, long time format. So, I'm going to see how this goes. So, I have this Trash Fine lawnmower here. Let's see. There you go. See, it's pretty nice. Y'all are up on a tripod. Sorry for the shake. There we go. So, found it. It looks in overall good shape. It smells like bad gas. Looks like it's sat. It came with a bag. That's outside because it was full of nasty grass. Somebody must have been messing with the carburetor because this is already loosened off of it. So, let's see what we got here. So, I'll take this off since it already did for me. Let's see if she got her on. She does, but it's low. See it right there, maybe. It does have oil. It's not black, so they kind of took care of it. See the gasoline is low. There's a tiny bit in there. And it doesn't smell bad, so I wonder if it's sat, they put fresh gas in it, it wouldn't run it, and they're just empty. Let's get this air filter off. And by the way, I have tried starting it. No chance. It doesn't even cough or sputter. Pull the spark plug. See what that looks like. But the carburetor's got some buildup on it. 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna believe that that's the problem. Wrench. Let's get this spark plug off and see what it says. Bit rusty, that could be part of the problem. The anode is bent. See, it's not lined up, they didn't do that right. Corrosion on this end. Corrosion here. Overall, it doesn't look too bad. It was running hot. To read a spark plug, it's almost called the timing line. If you look at how the ash goes almost all the way back, it means it's timed far ahead. It's not adjustable on these because it's the solid state ignition or whatever. And you can also see where it's corroded here. Yeah, you can see where it's corroded right there. So it's had moisture in there and it was running too much timing, too early, but there's not really anything I can do about that. So put another plug in there. We'll see what it thinks about it. I still doubt it's gonna do anything because just before I started y'all up, I pulled it over like 3 or 4 times and there is no moisture on this plug. And the cylinder, the plug doesn't even smell like gas, so it's not getting gas from here to there. So let's see if the horn has any spark plug. This one's got some age on it, but it's a known good plug. And it's the one that's supposed to go on this end. That's that. Spark plug taken care of. This one is garbage. I like corrosion, especially around here. It's not going to want to spark anyway. Now that might have fixed the smell, but I'm going to go in here and look around anyway, just because like 99 times out of 101, this is the problem. The spark plug's just a contributing factor. Oh, grab some more tools. The fancy tool on this one because I'm lazy. Got some corrosion on the air filter. Not too bad, but not too great. At least it's not completely packed full or eaten away. Yes, this drill does have some hours on it. Do any kind of work like this, go to the Harbor Freight, and get you some of these little bowls. They go on sale with a coupon for free. You buy some stuff, they give you one of these. Kind of convenient. There's that. Pretty grody, but no damage. Alright, what's Mr. Carburetor have to say? Jump works. All plates free. She's been leaking. Let's pop the bowl off and see what it says. I bet it's nasty. If my memory serves correct, that should be 1500. My memory is not correct. It's been a long day. Going to the dealership today to get a key made for my truck, and it took them about 3 hours to cut a key, which was about ridiculous. 13 half inch. I should have known that, but you know. It's been a long day. It's only midday. I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but it is 89 degrees with 65% humidity right here, right now in the shack, with a fan that's probably disrupting y'all's sound. Well, we're getting it. Smells like gas. Kind of looks like gas. I'm seeing a lot of water bubbling in there. There's your problem. I don't know if y'all can see in this dish. Let me see. Y'all see the bubbles in the dish? Hey, you got that one bubble that's different than the yellow? That's water. So we got 25 to 30% water contamination in this fuel. By the way, that's the benefit of having a wood floor. Alright, so this gas has got water in it. That's a pretty good reason why this thing won't run. I'm going to go ahead and finish taking this bowl off and see if there's a bunch of junk buildup in there. So obviously the float still works because it's not just dumping out of the front of the carburetor like it usually happens. It's like mud coming out right now. Either that or it's washing my wrench off, one or the other. I don't feel like sticking my hand in there getting all full of gas, but it's going to happen anyway. I got a sale coming up this evening. I'd rather not be, smelling like gas. But I guess it can't be helped. There's some stuff on the threads of that thing because it ain't coming out easy. Pretty rough. Wonder if it's going to need a carburetor. Alright, here's a first hint. So we know the gas has water in it. This has like mud in it. And you can't see if you look at this little thing here. You got the hole on the top, it's like a T. There's a hole right there. You can't see light through it, so this thing's plugged up, so it's not actually getting fuel up into the jet. We'll let that be a fire hazard. Not too bad. They did mess up the gasket though. Look at that. That's doing no good. Have to see if I have an O-ring that big. Look at it just falling apart. This is why you don't use ethanol gas. It just destroys things. Hopefully I have a gasket or at least a O-ring that big. I could really halfway and silicone it, but that doesn't always work. Float works. Well, being that the bowl wasn't completely disgusting and this guy you can't see through, I'm going to go with this being the problem and having some junk in this little baby jet. I'm going to carefully remove this little seal right here, because these things like to die. Get a little tiny piece of copper wire, and I'm going to try running it through the center of that and through this way. Let's see if I can get it open up. Now for a piece of copper wire. That's all I'm going to do. Got some trailer wire. It's tin, but it'll work. Alright, so I got a piece of wire here you can see. Yes. I'm just going to feed it in, one strand into this little guy. Now I'm going to try 2 strands. Seem like they're going through. Now, if I can line it up just right, you can see through it. Couldn't do that before. Now we got to get it open that way, but I think it's open, but I can't tell for sure. I'm going to get some WD-40 and shoot it through there. See if it comes shooting out the holes, top and bottom. It does. So this little guy's fixed. Oh, WD-40. It smells so much better than gasoline. At least on your hands. Alright, so this little guy's ready to go back on. I mean, the bowl is clean. I don't know if they took it apart, messed that gasket up. I don't know. Clean up this carburetor bowl real quick because all this schmoo on it. There's also some damage right here. I might try and straighten that out real quick. Better than it was. Now I gotta find a gasket, because this one ain't gonna help nobody. I'm out of those gaskets. Looks like we're gonna have to go Frankenstein. I'm completely out of those gaskets. I'll be right back. Alright, went in the Horde, found this donor carb. It was in the Titanic. The float doesn't even move. It has an intact gasket on it. It's probably dried out. I'm going to take a pick and try and pick it off of there very gently. And if I mess it up, the Lord will provide. Alright, let's see if I can get this off here without ruining it. Oh, loose. So far, so good. Look at that. One bowl gasket. I don't know if you saw it or not, but this thing's basically junk. Maybe for the strap man. Oh, no, I done dropped it. Alright. Gonna clean it up a little bit. Trying to get some of that corrosion off of it without cracking it or breaking it. Now this is not the way you're supposed to do it, but I'm trying to do this in a quick manner just to get things by. The proper way to do it is to order the part. But I'm not waiting a week to get something from eBay. So, have our gasket, fits nice in the bowl. Pull it back on. On there pretty well. Throw this little guy on here. Now, see, this is probably going to backfire on me because I didn't pull the carb off and go through all the jets. And you know, because I didn't, they all have something in it too. I'm hoping that because it looks so clean in there, they just got one little piece of trash in it. Bottom little jet, whatever you call it, with just a nut. And that's what the problem was. And the fact that spark plug was nasty. Man, I need to oil this guy. Listen to that. Until it clicks, back off half a turn. I'll fill this little guy with some WD-40. That's where all that rust is coming out. Look at that. That's South Louisiana for you. This thing's been sitting in the toolbox. Look at all that rust. It's been sitting in a toolbox inside a building, and the humidity is making the thing corrode. This thing used to be so smooth. Oh, my poor socket wrench. Alright. So, we put the air filter back on. Or do we expect it to run bad? So let's expect it to run bad. Take these guys off. Lower my little fancy table here. Come on, lower. Alright, let's go on the outside and see if it runs. Oh, and before we go outside, let's clean it off. Get all that gas off of there. We don't want this thing to blow up. Pretty good. Alright, we're outside. Think she'll run? Let's give it a try. Got the squeezer and the pull. Well, you know what? I probably should put some gas in there, eh? Yep, a little bit of water gas that was in there is gone. Doy. Alright, put some gas in it. And in it, literally, like I dumped some in the middle by accident. Now we'll see if it starts. Cross your fingers. Alright, so there you go. One lawnmower picked up off the side of the street, and that's how you fix it, basically. It still runs kind of rough, but I'm going to contribute that to the fact that it has no air filter on it, or air filter housing. That does kind of mess with them a little bit. They do need that little bit of suction, because right now it's running too lean. Just a little bit. So, I'm going to put this air filter cover back on. And then I guess I'll sell this, because I don't need it. Though someone that watches this channel probably is going to see this mower real soon. But that's about it. If you like the video, comment, rate, subscribe. If you have any questions, I do have other videos on fixing lawnmowers. Like how to fix self-propels and how to clean a carburetor and stuff. This was just a basic. I picked it up. I was going to film and see what this thing took to fix. You never know. The engine could have been shot. Going to add a little oil to it, put it together, maybe even sharpen the blade. You want to see that? How long are we into this? We're into 22 minutes. We'll look at the blade real quick. Alright, let's see. It's actually not bad. That's still quite sharp. So, it hadn't cut that many yards. Now, like as a business standpoint, like these things, so think, if you were to go to Wally World right now, or this one came from now dead Sears, it's an orphan, you would, or I think you can get these at Lowe's now, but you're probably looking about $175, $180 for this model, just the bagger, big wheels, all of that, optional side discharge. I'd probably sell this $80, $75 just as it sits, and it does have the bag. But like, you know, that's pretty cheap for a lawnmower. It's used, but this thing will probably last a couple of years, if that. There's no rust on it. Tires are in good shape. Motor ran good. No smoke, no knocking. I mean, you could spend $180 on a brand new one, or $80, $75 on one like it is now. Might even sell it cheaper than that, just because it's not so much the season now. It's the middle of summer. Some people are looking for mowers, but just about everybody has one now. Actually surprised this one was out for the trash. Usually that's a middle of spring thing around here. Kind of late in the year to pick up an orphan mower. But we're at almost 24, 25 minutes. Y'all are bored of hearing me talk and look at things, so signing off. Comment, rate, subscribe. If you have questions, throw them down below. I'm pretty good about answering comments, and if I can't answer it, I'll try and direct you to a video that I made that does answer it. So have an awesome day.